Hello, Virgo. How you doing? It's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. I want to thank you for joining me today. I have a quick video here for you for your October reading. I want to apologize for missing last month completely. And I was really busy. I've been doing some training and I've completed a course and I've started another course. So a lot of education going on, and it's really wonderful. It was mind boggling, the one course though. But anyway, I have your cards all laid out and ready here. And this is very interesting. I can see that you are transitioning. And that makes sense to me because October is a 10, which means it's a 1 and a new beginning. And we've just gone through the equinox, and there's two in a year, and one is in the spring and one is in the fall. And both are a time of planning, a time when we're getting ready for the new season, whether it's winter or summer. And we're changing our houses, we're changing our gardens, we're putting things away or bringing things out, and we're getting ready. And you too are going to be getting ready for something else on top of the new season. You're getting ready, I think, for you specifically, Virgo, is you're getting ready to move. You're either moving homes or you're moving job or both, okay? Because there's something not stable about where you are. It's not a stable place, okay? So let me get right into it. Well, first of all, in the underlying energy, you have the Queen of Pentacles, which is yourself, the Six of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. So you could be moving back home to where you grew up or closer to family at this time. You're realizing the importance of family. Because the Six of Cups is very much about nostalgic, remembering the good times, that how nice it was and how much you miss something. You're thinking about it and missing it. And in this King of Queens, there's a real mother-father feeling here, a parental feeling here, family feeling here with both the King and the Queen of Pentacles. I think this is financially a good move for you, and you're capable of doing this. You're capable of pulling it off. The Queen of Pentacles can run the show on her own. She doesn't need her husband, or if you're a man, you don't need a wife. You can do this on your own. And with the King, the King is ready for a new challenge. He wants to put his energy and his experience into something new, something creative, and get excited about something again. And so here is where you are. So the Six of Cups really reminds me of home, of like going back to a place that you were before, that had fond memories for you, somewhere you felt comfortable and enjoyed. Okay, it was a sense of love and peace at this place. So I feel that's like the underlying energy here. Okay, in the recent past, you have. I've laid out a few cards here, as you can see. I'll pull this thing down just a little bit more. It's up here. Okay. So I've used the Mythic Tarot and the Morgan Greer Tarot. Hi, Jack Star. How you doing? I've never talked to you before, I don't think. Welcome. Welcome. So first of all, you have the King of Cups, Seven of Cups, Two of Wands, complemented by Temperance, the Moon, and the Eight of Swords. So with the King of Cups, in the Cups cycle, in the suit, we learn all about our emotions and our relationships with people, okay? And we go through ups and downs, going through our emotions. But the King is very comfortable with his emotions. He has the confidence to relay his emotions and also keeping some for himself. He doesn't give away everything, he takes care of his own heart and is perfectly capable of making decisions from the heart. This is something that you're doing is about making you feel better. It feels good to you. It's not necessarily sensible, it's not necessarily cheaper. It's you want to feel good. Okay, and so this is why you're answering this call, I feel. Okay, and in the temperance, the king is looking for that new horizon, that sense of balance in your life, where, because I feel like where you are, there isn't a full balance. There's something that is teetering in a way that I don't feel that you can control. I think that you've tried to make do with it, but it's not really where you want to be. And so you're starting to make plans, think about where that is. All right. You could have put in applications to work at a new place, to live at a different place. You've researched, you've investigated. This could be a seed you've planted long ago and is now coming to fruition for you, because you definitely had options. And this is why I feel like there was a couple of places that you may have considered, and so you might have put a little note or a little drop in each of these places to see what would come about. And these are all places that you've considered that you want to be. I look Asian. Wow. I've never been told that before. Been told I look Jewish. I look from, like, no, you can't tell right hair now because my hair is dyed. Because normally I have dark brown hair, but people have thought I was from Serbia, different places like that. But I used to get Jewish a lot. But I'm Irish and Indian, to tell you the truth. But thank you, Jack. It's really nice to see you. So there, in the Seven of Cups, in all these choices, there was, you were not sure where really you wanted to go. It wasn't clear to you what option was the right one for you. So I think you kind of put a coin in each cup and just crossed your fingers, sort of thing, and to see what happened. Because like I said, I kind of feel like where you are isn't, there's something, you feel trapped in some way where you are. You don't want to be there, but you don't really have your next step planned out. You are looking toward where you're going, though. Okay. Aslan. Oh, Aslan, the lion. Wow, what a compliment. I got to tell you, sorry for stopping and communicating, but that hit a chord for me, because when I was a kid in grade 2, our teacher read the whole Narnia series and to us in class. And I was mesmerized by that series. I just loved it, how magical it was, and all these creatures that came to life and going through the wardrobe and everything. It's so cool that you said Aslan. I love that. And I know exactly who you're talking about. C.S. Lewis is a great writer and an interesting character as well. He himself is an interesting character. But anyway, I regress. So, um, like I said, I feel like where you are, you feel like you could have felt trapped there, didn't want to be there, but didn't know how to get out. The opportunities weren't presenting themselves. You do have the world in your hands. So there's nothing really holding you there, when an opportunity comes up, you are going to take it, I think, if it's the right one for you, because you're wanting to get out of where you are. You're not liking it, okay? Thank you. Oh, right on. In the present, I can see that what I kind of feel is some of the energy around you, not right in your energy, maybe where you're living, where you're working. I feel like it's not completely honest or not completely legit. Okay. And you want to clear yourself of that energy. You don't want to be a part of it. You don't want to be involved in it. You don't want to be around it even, and you're trying to really keep yourself clear. So whether you're getting healing of some sort, maybe Reiki, you're trying to, because you're not perfect either, Virgo. You've made mistakes, and I think that there's a certain amount of acceptance. You don't really want to blame people, but you want to keep yourself clear of it. So I feel like you're really trying to cleanse yourself. You're trying to clear that any of the negative energy and be open and welcome to new energy, right? You've got a lot of hope and faith right now that things are going to work out. And this October is a perfect time, a doorway for things to open up for you. Okay. But you like to give things some thought. You don't just dart to things. You like to take a little bit of time and give things some thought before you sign the paper, before you commit yourself. Okay. So you're kind of looking at your map or your situation and thinking, okay, what do I have? What will I need to do? You're that kind of person where you need to be practical and you need to be sensible and you need to figure it out before you take one step forward. So this is where you are right now. But I feel like where you are, where you're living or working or both, is unstable for some reason. Okay. It could be because of your neighbor. It could be because of the person you're living with. It could be with who you're working with. I'm not sure, but there's instability at this place. It seems like it's falling apart in some way. Okay. And you want out. You want out. You know that for sure. And out you are going to get. You'll be happy to know, because you have the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is moving out of turbulence, moving out of drama and trauma and whatever the crap and the problems are. You want to move away from it. You would like peace and calm in your life. You don't need all the extra. You don't want the extra at all. Okay. And so the Six of Swords shows that you're moving forward. You may move a distance, maybe not just across town to another home or job. You might move to another town, to another country. You might cross water, for all I know, or be moving toward water to be closer to water. Okay. But this currently, right now, you're doing a lot of thinking. Like the mind is just going, just a buzz with ideas and worries. Don't worry yourself too much, Virgo, because I think this is a good move for you. And with that Six of Swords, you have the Empress, and she brings something to life. The Empress is the mother, and she is creation itself. She is the one that decides if the sun is going to shine or not. She is the one who has created the seasons. Okay. And so with this new season, which she created, she is going to create a new life. And this is what you're doing. You're creating a new life and you're moving forward. After you give it some thought, you make your decision and you decide to go for it. And I think you're going to be a lot happy. This is going to be very fruitful for you. Um, you may feel like there's things you might be worried, let's say, about things you may have to give up. But don't worry, because there's other things that are going to fill in those spots that you'll be just as happy and content with. When I said you're moving jobs or home, you could be closer to home, closer to where you grew up, or closer to a place that you really enjoyed being and you want to go back there. I feel like you're going back somewhere. Okay. And then coming up near the end of October, you, so you might need to get some money out of the bank, cash in one of your investments to pull this off. I think like you might need some more money to do it. I think you have it or have a resource to it. There's a resource you can access, whether it's an uncle, a family person, whether it's money that you have in the bank in an investment or RSP or something like that. And you're going to need to access that, but you don't have to worry. You know, you're not going to stretch yourself too thin because you're a sensible person. You're very practical and you're very frugal. I don't think you're someone who just spends, you know, you give things thought before you make a move. But this is going to be successful. So you have the Nine of Cups here, and the Nine of Cups is emotional fulfillment. What you're doing is going to make you happy. So you're going to tap into some sort of resources, and some of this resource is your time and energy. This is going to require more time and more energy physically, your physical energy to do this. Like, you know, moving, you got to pack everything up and then move it all and unpack it all. And for me, that's exciting. I love change and I love decorating a new place. I find that exhilarating. I don't like the packing so much, but the unpacking is wonderful. And so you're don't worry too much about these resources that you're going to need to expend. Okay. And then you have the Emperor. So you had the Empress, and now you have the Emperor. And the Emperor is very stable. The Emperor feels more in control. The Emperor makes decisions for himself and others. The Emperor is also sometimes represents the institution of some sort, like a the boss, the landlord, the the corporation, the, you know, whatever it is. But this or a building, you know, a home, the structure is a lot more stable, dependable, reliable. You know, the emperor is always there. You can count on the emperor. And then you have the 10 of cups with the emperor. So the 10 of cups is succeeding. It's happiness. It's fulfillment. It's like, you know, the wedding, the celebration. This is happiness. You feel good and you feel more in control. In the other place, you weren't feeling in control. It was falling apart brick by brick. And now where you are, you feel stable, happy, peace, that peace that you were looking for. Like, it is all there, you know. The pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but the pot of gold for you is happiness. This is an emotional feeling, that it feels so good for you. Okay. That King of Cups that you began with, you're looking for that emotional, what is going to feel good? Because if you feel good, everything else is like your good feeling is rippled on to everything else in your life. Okay. Now you have the Eight of Swords twice here. And I think this is your busy mind, Virgo, because you get worried and bogged down in details. You're thinking, oh, can I afford it? Oh, and how am I going to move? And oh, it's going to take so much time. And oh, how am I going to do this? And you get bogged down in details. And because of this transition, because you're transiting, okay? And just don't let yourself get too bogged down in that. There is a lot to plan and a lot to do, but you're a planner, Virgo. You're like the best at it of all the signs. So you can do this. And if you need help, you have support around you. You have friends, you have family, and they, I'm sure, would love to help you. But you don't like to ask for help. You're very independent. But you should, because those people would help ease your mind, help answer some of those questions that you have going around in your head. Oh my God, what am I going to do? I got to do this. And there's, you sometimes if we write things down, we write all the things down that we need to do and what we need to take care of. It's not so daunting when it is going around in our head in all different ways. Once we get it down solid on paper, it's like, okay, I can handle this. I got this, because you have the world card. And the world is completion. It's that transiting to that new doorway, ready for that. This is a whole new chapter of life you're beginning here. And you're happy to do so. Okay. You're going to leave behind one chapter and open up a new chapter. I think that might be part of the thing that is worrying you, worrying about leaving behind this chapter. You could be leaving behind people, friends, coworkers, perhaps an income, or like you're going to lose money maybe in some way. But I don't think you should worry, because where you're going is you're so much more content. You're very content. I don't think where you are content, but where you're going, you are content. So don't worry too much about the details, Virgo, because this is going to work out for you. You are not trapped. You don't have to worry about constrictions so much. You may have to adjust and alter your habits a little bit, but you're not stuck. Okay? You're going to be okay and so content. All right? Happiness is free. So, in the cartomancy, and the cartomancy is the art of reading the regular playing cards, you have the 10 of diamonds. So, this is joy, complete joy. You also have the 9 of diamonds, which is travel, and travel over water or near water. Okay, so there's water, there's a big water thing here. You might be moving towards a lake, a river, something. Okay, um, and you're going to really like this. This is just complete happiness. The 10 of diamonds is happiness. And like I said, I feel like you're going to access some money, some savings, or you're going to take a loan or borrow or something where you're going to access some money to be able to pull off this trip, this move, whatever you're doing. But it's fine. You're going to, and you may take a bit of a loss when you do that. So, say you have to, of course, when we take out a loan, we got to pay interest, right? So, we're paying on that money. If you have to take out your investment or your retirement fund or whatever it is, you lose a little bit of money on that, but that's okay. Or you might have to pay tax on it or something like that, because what you're going to get from this is going to far outweigh this. We have to sacrifice a little to get a lot. Okay. You are going to benefit from this in your heart and in your soul. So then you have the Six of Hearts, and the Six of Hearts is about bonding, relationships growing, getting closer. This could be to friends, family, people that you work with. I'm getting a home, family, friends, real big time feeling here. So I feel like your relationships are going to grow closer, get stronger. You're going to feel a lot more support too, okay? And you're going to realize the people around you fully support you. They're going to help you. All you got to do is ask, and they're only too happy to. They just, I don't think they want to intrude or be invasive on your space or your energy. And so they're just waiting for you to ask. And some may offer. Um, but you could lose a little bit of investment interest, something like that. The loss is very minimal compared to the gain, compared to the happiness you're going to feel. And don't you deserve to be happy after everything that we've been through in these past 5 years? Don't you deserve to be happy? What would you pay for happiness? What would you pay? You know, we pay money for all kinds of things that we don't even pay 1 minute of attention to after we have it. And what would you pay for happiness for the next 6 years? You know, that is priceless, if you ask me. And you're going to be writing me, and I hope you do in the months to come, maybe by the new year, let's say. Okay. And you're going to say, Lynn, I can't tell you how much different my life feels. I feel so happy and I'm so glad that I committed and I put some investment into this new chapter of life I'm living now because I am happy. I am enjoying my life. It is really nice. It is so much more complete now than it was what I was living. Okay. So let's see what you're saying. Uh, the spitting image of Aslan. I like that. Oh, thank you, Jackstar. Mm-hmm. By everyone here, you're correct in every word. And sometimes too, we're just around people that don't have good energy. Like they're caught up in the news and wanting to relive drama. And when we start just living in that, it brings our own energy level down, and you're wanting to bring yours up. So you need to do something. That's not going to magically appear. You need to be doing something that makes you feel good, like going for walks and clearing your mind, putting some music on, listen to the radio, turn that TV off, you know, turn off that computer even. Um, look, search things that inspire you, that inspire your creativity. That's how we start filling our cup back up. Yeah, I figure by the end of October, you will know exactly where it is you're going. If you don't know right now, it is going to materialize, appear. You're going to get news, an offer. You're going to hear from somebody, hey, did you know that they have a vacancy at such and such? And you're going to apply. I feel like you've applied for places already, and one of those is going to come back to you, maybe from years ago. Sometimes these lists are so long, you get on a list and you forget about it. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe that was 2 years ago I applied for that. And finally, your name comes to the top of the list and you get a call. So it could be something like that. But by the end of October, you're going to know where you're going and you're going to be firm on your decision that you're going. You don't need, don't get in your head too much about the details, if you can do it, how you're going to do it. Just take things day by day and get a little bit done every day, and by the time the day gets here, you'll be ready. You'll have everything taken care of. You'll be totally prepared. So you just need to focus on the vision, really, the vision. Speaking of visions, I have to tell you, I had a vision a couple of nights ago, and I never dream about famous people ever. I had a dream that Bill Gates died. So, not that I'm wishing that on him or anything like that, but it was as clear as anything. So, I'm just saying it because if it happens, I'm on the record for saying that I had a vision of it, but I don't think it's foul play. I don't think anyone kills him. I think that there's some sort of health issue, just sudden, like a stroke or I don't know what. But yeah, I had a dream, a vision. It was very clear that he dies, I think, by the end of the year. The other thing I want to say is recently I received someone from YouTube, a subscriber, contacted me and offered me Reiki. And at the time, I didn't even know I was going to need it. But it's just funny how things appear for us when we need it. And this lady, Iveta, um, she offered me some Reiki healing. And I said, wow, that's really nice of you to offer. So we did a trade. I gave her a reading. She gave me some Reiki. And it really helped me a lot. It helped me clear, a lot of my energy and make me feel grounded. It helped me a lot. And and then I had this course come up right after that. I had visitors from out of the country. Like a lot of things were happening at once. And it was so good that I got that Reiki before that. It really helped me deal with all that, get it done, open my mind and everything. And it was just perfect timing for that. And I'm going to get some more. So I've put her information in the description box. If anyone needs any kind of Reiki, they can contact her. She can do distance remote Reiki for you. And I just found it really, really helpful. The other thing I did was a friend of mine that I've known for years ran into her in the secondhand store. And she told me that she's just finished a past life regression course and learned how to do past life regression with people. It's a form of hypnosis. Anyway, she needed a couple people to volunteer for her practical part of the course and asked me if I'd be interested. Well, interested I was. So we did it, arranged it, and got together. And it was so neat. I've never done it before. And I have to tell you, I'm hooked now. I am hooked. I just love it. And in the what the process does was when you're in hypnosis, she takes you to a place where you can pick a door, and it's different for everyone. And in my experience, the when I opened the door, she said, describe the room. And I said, well, I'm not in a room, I'm outside. And it's funny because you don't see these things until she asks you, describe this, tell me where you are, tell me what you see, who are you, describe yourself. In the first door, I was a man in one of my lives, and I had a beard. And this was like at the dawn of time. I went right back to the dawn of time because my parents were almost ape, like they were in between ape and man in the evolution of a person. And And I went into this cave and received healing from them so that I could go out and help people too. In the way it was back in that time. Went through another door and I was in the 14th century, and people were wearing the corsets and those big gowns, and the men were all dressed up with the neck up to here and the fancy tie around the neck, and a ball was happening, people were dancing, and I was there. I was a writer and I was there to get information, almost like a little Mrs. Whistledown in Bridgerton. I wanted to say Bickerton, Bridgerton. And at the time, I hadn't watched that show yet. And the Thelma, the lady who did the past life regression, said, "Oh, you're just like Mrs. Whistledown." I said, "Who's that?" She said, "Well, she's in Bridgerton." Well, then I had to go watch the show. But in my past life, I wasn't there to start drama. I was writing fictitious stories based on people's lives, but not to get them in trouble, you know. But anyway, it was really interesting. And I definitely want to do it again. And, you know, we realize past lost skills that we may have, or skills that we're currently using. And now we know why. We learn about ourselves and we might be able to access more skills, knowledge, talents that we have, or realize, geez, I did play guitar before. I can play guitar. I can do this. I can learn it, especially things that you might have put on the back burner and didn't really follow through with. You might be able to now that you realize you're already skilled at this. So I just thought it was really interesting. And I put her information also in the description box if you're interested in getting a past life experience with Thelma. I am also taking the course. I just started. It'll probably take me about a month to finish it. And then I will be offering that as well. And I can take you through this experience as well. So, but if you're just jonesing to do it right away, go ahead and contact Thelma. She's a beautiful soul, really nice lady. And I felt very safe with her. Okay. So I'm just giving you that approval ahead of time. I felt very safe with her in that process. So her information is in the description box, as well as Yvette's. Felt very safe with Yvette too. She's a very kind, giving woman. So if you're interested in either of those two things, by all means, contact those ladies. I love sharing. I believe we're all here to help each other. And I love to connect people with other people, with the resource that you might need to help you move on in your journey. You know, take that next step onto that next stone. It is. Um, it's just really, really interesting. It wasn't anything scary for me at all. Like, I don't imagine I've been a perfect angel in every life. In my own visions, I have a vision that I was a thief in a life. And because I had to be, not because I was a rascal, but because I had to be. And I had to do that to survive. And so I know that I haven't lived a perfect existence in every lifetime. But, in some lives, we have to do a lot of work to make up for that. And in other lives, it's easier because we've done a lot of work. So I don't mind all that. Well, I'm glad it is. Like I said, I had a really good experience. A friend of mine who was also visiting had it done. And in her vision or her experience, she went in a couple of doors and it was good. She saw good things and had good experience. And then there was one doorway she went in and she just got a bad feeling. And Thelma directed her, okay, well, you don't have to stay there. You can turn around and leave there. You don't have to go in there. So you don't have to go into something that doesn't feel right. You don't have to remember it. You don't have to experience it. You're in control when you're in this, when you're in it, when you're doing it. You're the one that's in control. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. Now, I'm going to tell you that this is the experience I had with Thelma and that you would have with me. I can't speak for all the other past live hypnotherapists out there. I can only tell you about Thelma and myself. So, because I've heard of other people where they're telling you what's going on, and I'm not sure that I agree with that. I think it's all up to you, what you're seeing, what you're feeling. It's, you know, the hypnotherapist just provides the questions. They just ask you questions. Who are you? What do you look like? Where are you? Okay, if you don't want to go, let's go back. Let's try another door. You know, they just help guide you, but not implant ideas or visions. Nothing like that. It's all about what you feel and see, what you want to experience. So that's my experience, and it was a really good one. So I just wanted to pass that along. Anyway, if you're interested, you can go and find out and talk to one of those ladies about all that feel good stuff. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I'm really happy for you that you're getting out of this yucky situation that does not feel comfortable, that does not feel stable, and moving on to something that is so much happier, so content and peaceful, and God, you feel good. And I feel like you're closer to family or a friend network that is completely supportive. This is a supportive environment, a loving environment where you feel good. You just feel content and calm and peace. Okay? You're welcome, Jack. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. And thanks for the reference to Aslan. I really enjoyed that too. And I enjoyed all your communication here today along with this video. I really do. That's one of the things I love about doing live is that you're there. You can comment right on the spot, and I feel your energy. The second reason I do live is because I have a Mac laptop and I've never had Mac before. And I cannot figure out, it is so complicated to figure out. I cannot figure out how to get these videos uploaded. So I have to do everything live now. So, because I'm technically retarded, which is why I don't edit anything either. But you know what? I do it the way I do it and it works. So, anyway, have a great month and I will talk to you soon. And congratulations. That is wonderful, Jack. I'm happy that you do as well. Have a great day, guys. Bye now. Namaste.